به نام یزدان پاک سلام عرض میکنم خدمت شما دوستای گلم، خانواده عزیزم. خیلی خوش آمدید به کانال خودتون. کاپیتان وحشت سهیل هستم در خدمت همه شما. یه سلام ویژه عرض میکنم خدمت بچه‌ای که تازه وارد کانال شدن. خیلی خوش آمدید به خانواده بزرگ کاپیتانیا. بچه‌ها امروز اومدیم با مصاحبه واقعی جنت هاتسون. کی هستین؟ معدود کسایی که نمیدونن فکر کنم همتون میدونید جنت هاتسون کیه. احضار 2 بر اساس اتفاقاتی که برای این دختر افتاد ساخته شد. پس تمام تمرکزتون تو ویدیو باشه. من تو ویدیو کمتر حرف میزنم، خیلی کمتر حرف میزنم که تمرکزمون تو تغییر صداهایی که این دختر در زمانی که اون روح تسخیرش میکنه و پنجرش تغییر میکنه صداشو بشنوید که به چه شکله. انقدر این ویدیو جذاب و دارکه کردیم قرمز که دارک بودنش ثابت میشه. یه مدت با ویدیوهای کوتاه دنبالمون کردید و فقط ویدیو کوتاه گذاشتیم. هنوزم این روند ادامه داره تا زمانی که همه متوجه برگشتمون بشن. هنوز خیلی ها نمیدونن که ما برنگشتیم. فکر میکنن بعد از اینکه چنل پرید و یوتیوب چنل رو بست، هنوز خیلی ها فکر میکنن که کاپیتان وحشت از بین رفته. اینو گفتم که در جریان باشید. جستجوهامون هم سر جاشه، به موقعش میریم دنبال یک لوکیشن خیلی توپیم که جستجوی خیلی خوب بندازیم. اگر لوکیشن جدید گیر نیاریم میریم لوکیشن قبلیایی که رفتیم و احضار میزنیم. مثل جستجویی که تو قبرستون رفته بودیم، حتما اون رو ببینید تو بخش جستجوهای ما. برید جستجوهای ما رو ببینید، همش اونجا هست. در ضمن این زمانیه که هنوز اثبات نشده که جنت تسخیر شده و خبرنگارا و اون دکتر علوم ماورایی و اینایی که اینجا نشستن همه فکر میکنن که جنت اینا رو گذاشته سر کار و خودش داره صداشو تغییر میده. پس اگر سوالهای عجیب و غریب دیدید که مثلا میگه این خواهرهایی هستن که ادعا میکنن تسخیر شدن، به خاطر اینکه هنوز اثبات نشده بوده که اینا تسخیر شد. پاینده با ایران و ایرانی. بریم تو ویدیو.
These teenage sisters believe they're haunted by a poltergeist.
بچه ها اول یه صدای شنیدید، اون صدای جنت بوده و زمانی که میگه پولترگیست منظورش روحای خبیث است، ارواح خبیث، ارواحی که مردم رو اذیت میکنن، تسخیر میکنن. منظورش اونه، یک روحه. البته پولتر نمیشه پورتر. بریم ادامه‌شو ببینیم.
I was going to ask the same.
صدای سه ضربو داشتید؟ گوش کنید یه بار دیگه.
I was going to ask
اهانت به سگانه، پدر پسر روح القدس. گوش کنید.
the same question as I asked earlier. How many voices are there?
600.
600 the voices.
I know the joke.
How many really are there, Margaret?
I think so far we've had 10
Three.
sensible voices, but the rest of the names are absolute rubbish.
اینجا محل زندگی خانواده جنت که میدونید با مادرش، خواهرش و 2 برادر.
appears to be the focus of many of the strange happenings in Green Street, but they also affect her 14-year-old sister Margaret and their younger brother Billy. One of the first manifestations was when Lego bricks began to fly at high speed around the living room. How does it feel to be haunted by a poltergeist?
It's not haunted. Shut up.
Why isn't it haunted?
I don't know.
Does it frighten you, the things that happen here?
Oh, well, it did first, but now I've got more used to it, and you learn to accept the things that happen. It slung covered at Mum. Matt at Mum. Slung a bookshelf at Margaret.
Have you tried telling it to go away?
Yes, many times. No, nothing.
And what does it reply?
No, it won't. It's staying another 6-7 years.
The local police could find no explanation for the knocking either. They were even more baffled when 2 of their beat constables reported seeing an armchair
همون 2 تا
levitating
پلیسی
across
هن
the
که
Hodgson's
توی
living room.
فیلمش هم نشون داد. رفتن خونه رو بازرسی کردن.
Maybe a half inch, I should say. And I saw it slide off to the right, about 3.5 to 4 feet before it came to rest. I checked to see whether or not it could possibly have slid along the.
اونجا که می‌نویسه قبل از استراحت، منظورش قبل از زمین خوردنه. خب اینا رو خودتون دیگه متوجه بشید دیگه.
floor. I placed a marble on the floor to see whether or not the marble would go in the same direction as the chair did, and it didn't roll at all. I checked for wires under the cushion of the chair, and I could find no explanation at all.
Maurice Gross is an electronics engineer and an investigator for the Society for Psychical Research.
Over here was
بچه
Janet,
کیفیت ویدیو اگر
and
کمه به
over
خاطر اینکه
here,
قدیمیه.
in this bed here, was Margaret.
It was in the same bedroom a month later with all the family present that Maurice Gross first challenged the poltergeist to talk.
And this was actually the result. You'll hear here the whistling first of all, and then the barking.
ایشون به عنوان یه محقق داره توضیح میده نحوه صداهایی که از گلوی جنت در می اومده. خوب گوش کنید. هدفون یا هندزفری بذارید توی گوشتون، صدای ویدیو رو زیاد کنید، یه جای خلوت بشینید اگر میخواین از این ویدیو لذت ببرید. گوش کنید.
The barking here is quite extraordinary, actually.
We got a dog in here.
I then said to it, I then, as I said on the tape here, I then said to it, if you can whistle and bark and groan, then you can talk. And I asked it to actually say my name.
Oh, Johnny.
Well, just a minute. We'll try again. I want you to call out my name. My complete name. Maurice Gross. See if you can do that. Hello.
صدای سگ در میاره.
Very good. Let me hear you say my name again. Come on, let me hear you say my name. Come on, my name's Maurice. Let me hear you say it. Maurice. Now that was the first time we heard the voice, and since then we've been hearing it again and again, and it's been getting louder and louder.
What about the voices? When did the
میگه صداهایی که الان داریم میشنویم بلندتر و بلندتر شده، یعنی تقویت شده.
voices start?
December the 12th.
December the 12th.
Yes.
And how did this start?
Well, one night Mr. Gross was talking about it about 8:30. He said, all we need now is the voices to talk. And that night I went to bed and I can't remember exactly what happened. And
What's that knocking?
yeah, that's, can hear it now. I was doing that yesterday morning and Peggy was on her own. So she come in to us, because it wasn't her, she come in. We sat together and we heard it. And I counted down the knocks and there was 14 altogether. And it's doing it again now.
That was 3 knocks just now.
Yes, it goes in 3s and 2s. Now we first got contacted, this was when Mr. Gross said, if there's anyone there, knock twice with yes, and if not, one for no.
I wonder if we did that now, whether it would answer. Is anybody there? Is anybody there? Nothing. No.
It doesn't always do it to order. No, it doesn't. It goes in spasms. Like we're talking now. It may not now, after you've said that, but it won't do it when you want it to, straight away. No.
What about the voices? They sometimes say things and make answers. Is that the voice now?
Yeah.
Is anybody there? How many voices are there?
Dirty Dick, Andrew Garner, and Stuart Thurton.
Dirty Dick, Andrew Gardner, and Stuart.
Thurton.
Oh, has he ever spelt that for you?
No. Mr. Ghost asked him, but it's like distract Mr. Ghost last night when he asked. I was so tired ago.
And
Sorry.
what do you think these are? Are they people or are they just voices?
Could be spirits, oh I don't know. Maybe it's a ghost, a spirit speaking for us somehow.
میگه ghost speak.
We don't
حرف
get
زدن
the
روح.
stories voices are. Because I believe when we're all separate, it's not so strong.
Just when you come near each other.
Yeah, like here, or our aunts, we're all up there together, or in Peggy's next door.
And Janet's, your voice is stronger, isn't it? It seems to be the strongest.
Yeah.
When you hear the voice and it comes out, where does it come from? Here, your throat?
No.
Where do you feel it comes
Back
from?
of the neck. Back of the neck.
میگه این صدایی که میاد از کجا میاد؟ از کجا حس میکنی؟ از گلو؟ میگه نه، از پشت سرم، از پشت گردنم.
And so it must be as if it's somebody else speaking there when you hear it.
Behind us.
And do you get the feeling when you hear the voice that there is a person there?
Yes.
Yeah. And do they tell you much about themselves?
Not really, no.
عوض شد صدا.
They just tend to growl and...
Play around and sort of joke and be silly. No.
I wonder, do you think there's anyone there just now?
Yeah, I do.
عوض شد، تسخیر شد الان.
Who's that?
نگاه کنید الان صدای اون روحه.
Who's that, Janet?
Pardon? Stuart Thurton.
Stuart Certain, and he's one of the voices.
Yeah.
Why do you think he comes and speaks through you?
To annoy us.
Does he ever say anything nice?
Well, don't know really.
Shall we
Says-
try and speak to him? No. We'll see if he'll speak to us.
Yeah.
Is anybody there?
No, no.
Who's there?
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who?
بالفاس.
Goose chasers here.
بچه دقت کنید اصلا دهنش باز نمیشه. میزنم عقب ببینید دهنش باز نمیشه ولی اون صدای اون روح ازش خارج میشه. ببینید
Goose chasers here.
Mr. Gross, a lot of people hearing
دهنش
these
باز
voices
نشد
by
اصلا.
the children will simply say that they are very good ventriloquists and that this is all a hoax. How would you react to that?
Certainly not. They're certainly not very good ventriloquists. We have had tests on them to see whether they can ventriloquize. They can't. To keep up this particular type of voice for any length of time without damage to the vocal cords is absolutely impossible. I mean, there must be some hoarseness attached to it. But don't forget, these children don't do this for a couple of minutes or so. They do it for lengths of periods up to 3 hours.
میگه که به نظرتون امکان داره جنت بخواد فریب بده همه رو؟ میگه که نه، چون اون صدایی که از توی گلو در میاد به مدت طولانی هیچ انسانی نمیتونه اون صدا رو به مدت طولانی از گلوی خودش خارج کنه و شاید چند دقیقه بشه، ولی تا 2-3 ساعت نه. میگه تا 2-3 ساعت هم حتی صحبت داشته با اون صدا.
And without any hoarseness or sore throats whatsoever.
ببینید
Well, perhaps Guy, perhaps you've got something to say, so.
Yeah.
I'd like to know how you make this noise without bashing Janet's vocal cords to pieces. If I do it for half a minute, I get a sore throat. Joe?
Guy Lyon Playfair is an author of books on the paranormal, with experience of poltergeist cases in Europe and Brazil.
How do you do it, mate?
God, they can showers.
Don't you ever get a sore throat, Janet?
No.
Sure.
Yeah.
You never get pain in the back of the neck or something?
No. Oh, what do you mean? I'm sorry, I'm not with you. What? I feel,
Oh, you with me now? Really?
sensation in the back of the neck, yeah.
Well, tell us about that.
I don't know how to
No,
explain
tell me about that. You get it? Did you get it now? Buzzing in the back of the neck.
Yeah.
Do you feel it vibrating as if it was sort of
No, like someone
someone
got
what?
their hand on the back of my neck like that.
Poltergeists seem to thrive on an atmosphere of tension that is partly sexual. The fact that most of the focuses are adolescents seems to contribute to the mischievous nature of the effects, leading some to suggest that the kids are faking or enjoying a laugh at the expense of the investigators. But to create all the bizarre effects that went on in this house either involves a gigantic conspiracy with the neighbors or a disruption in our laws of mind and matter.
آخر ویدیو دیدید دیگه، برگشت گفتش که یا داره گول میزنه یا واقعیت، که آخرش هم اثبات شد که واقعیت بود. به پایان این ویدیو رسیدیم. امیدوارم که لذت برده باشید. خیلی سخته که یک اتفاقی برای انسان بیفته، اونم اتفاقای ماورایی مثل تسخیر و اینجور چیزها، و کسی حرفت رو باور نکنه. توی این مصاحبه خبرنگار 50-50 بود با جنت و بعد به کل دنیا ثابت شد که جنت واقعا تسخیر شده بود، که حتی فیلم احضار 2 رو از روی همین پرونده ساختن. امیدوارم که لذت برده باشید. ما رو حمایت کنید، لایک، کامنت و سابسکرایب. یادتون نره دکمه زنگوله هرم بزنید، روی حالت اول قرار بدید یا همه، تا زمانی که ما ویدیو میذاریم شما مطلع بشید بیایید ببینید. خیلی دوستتون دارم. جاتون اینجاست. مثل همیشه کلام آخر: کردار نیک، پندار نیک، گفتار نیک سلوحه زندگی هممون باشه. تا یه ویدیو دیگه شما رو به یزدان پاک میسپارم. پاینده باد ایران و ایرانی. دوستتون دارم. تا بعد.